Welcome to this channel, my dear friends. In this video, we are going to see how to draw a table in a Word document. After opening a Word document, you go to the main menu and go to the Insert option. Just click on it, you will find a table icon. Just click on it, you will see a drop-down box carrying four choices to draw different types of tables using different type of tools. Let us select the first tool, Insert Table option. Click on it and you will see a dialog box asking for the table size and the behavior of the table. In the upper part of the dialog box, it calls for the number of columns we are going to have in our table and the number of rows we are going to have in our table. In the lower part, it asks for the behavior of the table which we are going to draw. The first one is fixed column width, and the next one is auto fit to contents, and the third one is auto fit to window. First, we will see how to draw a table with a behavior fixed column width, the first option. You select the fixed column width option and decide the number of columns you are going to draw in the table and the number of rows we are going to have in the table. Let this be 5 in case of columns and 5 in case of rows also. Just make it 5 for example and click on OK. Now you can see a table with 5 columns and 5 rows, and you can see the width of the column are same and height of the rows are also same. Now let us see how to draw another type of table through using the same tool. Let us go and select Insert option and go for the Insert Table tool and decide the number of rows and columns. Now you select the Auto Fit to Contents column option. Click it and you can see a different type of table comparatively smaller in size. So this table is called Auto Fit to Contents Behavior Table. That means whenever you enter the data, the size of the column and row will automatically get expanded or decreased according to the quantum of the data entered into that column. Now let us go to the first table and enter some data. First we will type serial number in the first column and first row and name of the student in the next column and marks the third column, attendance the fourth column and performance in the fifth column. And now the width of the column remains the same irrespective of the size of the data we have entered. The first column, the data entered is serial number which contains only 5 characters. The column width is same as it is for the next column in which the data entered is little bit more is name of the student which contains 4 words and more number of characters. And respect of other 3 columns also the column width remains the same. Let us go and see what happens in the next type of table when we enter this type of data. So to see its behavior, let us copy the data typed in this table. Control C, you copy it, go to the first column, first row and paste it. Now we can see the same data entered in the first table is entered here, but the width of the column is different from the width of the columns in the first table. In respect to the first column, where the quantum of data entered is less, the width of the column is also lesser than the other columns. In respect of the next column, where the data entered is little bit bigger, name of the student, the column width is bigger than the other four columns. So this table is called auto fit to contents table. In this table, the first row of first column is called a cell. The same way, each column in each row is called a cell. Now we can add as many rows as much we desire in this table. Suppose we want to increase the number of rows to 6, you just click on the last row and right click it. You will have a drop down dialog box where you can find insert option and just click on rows below. Now you can see a row inserted below the last column of the previous table. Suppose you want to enter or insert a row in between the rows already exist, you can go and select the particular row above which or below which we have to select a row or insert a row. Just click on it and go to insert option and click insert rows or insert rows above or below. This way the number of rows can be increased. The same way, if you want to insert column also, you select the number of the particular column adjacent to which we have to insert a column this way. Now we have selected this column and just click on the dialog ask for insert option and column to the left or right we have to decide. Let us select right column. Now you can see a additional column inserted between the second column and third column. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. This way we can increase the number of columns. In the same way, we can delete a particular column also. So let us select the same column which has been inserted and right click the dialog box. It will ask for delete cells and select it and it will ask for the option. Here we will select delete entire column. Now the column disappears. Now let us suppose we have to enter marks scored by a student in 3 different subjects in this column. For this, we can divide this marks column into 3 columns. For that, first we will select the first cell of this column and go for the dialog box. Now you can go to split cells option and select the number of column as 1 and number of rows as 2. When we click on it, you see the marks column has been divided into 2 rows. The first row, let this be a major head marks. The remaining column can be divided into 3 columns following this procedure. Select the remaining rows. Go to the same dialog box. Now first we have to merge these cells. Again go and click the for the dialog box. Now we have split cells option and here you select the number of columns as 3 and number of rows as much possible. Now you can see the single column has been divided into 3 columns. In this column we can enter marks scored by the students in 3 different subjects, namely maths, chemistry. So this way you can split a column into any number of columns as per our requirement and enter the data in a proper manner and understandable way. Now you can format this contents also as we like it. Just select the data and you will have a format option. Go and select the central position. Now you can see all the data entered are centrally positioned and looks in a better manner. Now let us see what happens when we enter these same data or go for the activities we have done in the first table in the second type of table also. First we will try to insert number of rows. Just same way you click on the row below which or above which we have to insert a row and go to insert button and click the rows below. Now you see one row has been added as in the case of first table also. The same way we can insert a row also. Just click on this column and go for insert option and click the column to the left option. Now you see we have a small column. Here we can, it will look smaller, but when we enter some data, it will automatically expand to fit the contents we have typed. The same way we can delete this column also using the same option. Go to the delete cells and select the entire column, give OK, the column will disappear. Let us see how these cells are split into number of cells as we desire to enter the contents we have as we did in the first type of table. Let us select this first row and act as we did in the first table. Go to the split cells and select the number of column as 1 and rows as 2. Now the same way it has been divided into 2 rows. Now you leaving the first row, you select all other rows in the column and you merge it and again go for split cells option. Now see the column has been split into 3 different columns. The same way we can enter the data we have entered in the table. So this is the procedure we have to follow in insertion of a row or insertion of a column or dividing a single column into number of columns as we desire to present our data in a proper manner. Here also these data contents can be formatted as done in the first table. I hope this video explains the procedure to be followed drawing or creating 2 different types of tables in a Word document. Like it, press thumbs up and subscribe the channel to view this type of videos in future. Thank you.